Because we just don't wake up one day and say, well, here's a book, here's a keynote. Here's, I don't think that. So that's my big thing is ask interesting questions of those characters. In essence, interview your characters. I think that's fascinating to understand them because I promise you will think about them in different ways. The way they talk in your novel, like all of it changes. The nonverbals, I wonder what's happening. I'm not hearing from so-and-so in this scene that I know it's a heavy scene, right?
Yes.
It's like, let's say I don't even know. There's some angst going on amongst these characters. Something's going on in the environment, but that character is silent. And I know they're
so
there.
powerful.
I'm reading going, no. Bill's there. So I don't know if that translates to you, but I just think that sometimes we're a little bit maybe afraid or reticent because the minute you go down a rabbit hole, you start to understand this massive persona. And all these contexts, and that can be a little bit overwhelming, understandably. But I actually think it's a little bit like going back. I'm a kid of Star Wars era, right? It's like, just go with the Force, like trust it, literally trust the process in that regard. And know that if you know more about those characters and those relationships, I think when you're laying them into a story, that's when it becomes a lot easier because I know them so well.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's going to happen if someone cuts this woman off while she's driving to pick up her kids in this scene, like, she's having a bad day, and I know when she does, she's known to have an outburst or two. Not all the time, and that's why it's always shocking. Well, why is that? Because I thought about, what was her family like?
That, I think, was pure gold. But if we can condense what you just said, you essentially said that most writers want to give a bio of their characters, and that is completely flat. You have to go deeper. You have to actually interview them and figure out what it is that makes them tick. What is their past that drives them into their future? That is so good. I hope that listeners grab a hold of that and take that into their writing journeys. It's really good.